So, just a few words on this paper, Lecoq and Ambrosi, about the clean development mechanism. So, there's no model here, there's no complicated equations to explain. But I just wanted you to think about this paper as in a way illustrating the equimarginal principle and how to achieve it. So what have we got going on here? This is linked to the Kyoto Protocol. And basically a bunch of countries signed up to the Kyoto Protocol with different commitments to reduce their emissions. And there's absolutely no guarantee that on the margin the abatement costs of these different countries are going to be the same at the margin once they've at the edge of their commitment, so to speak. Which is what they would be in first best, wouldn't they? And in general, the countries that are doing a lot of abatement will have higher marginal abatement costs than countries that are doing less abatement or even no abatement in the Kyoto Agreement, like countries that just didn't sign up to Kyoto or didn't have any commitments under Kyoto. So then we should be able to achieve the same overall reduction more cheaply by shifting abatement from the high abating countries under Kyoto to lower abating countries, or lower where there should be lower cost abatement opportunities available. So what does this mean in practice? In practice it means that some of the industrialized countries that signed up to Kyoto and took on relatively tough abatement requirements, or signed up to reducing their emissions substantially, they could achieve the same global effect by paying other countries or agents in other countries to take on reduction projects there instead. This is clearly going to be more efficient if you can make it work. One such project could be that you buy coal that would otherwise have been dug up, which is of course the Hallstatt idea. I don't think that would actually qualify under the clean development mechanism conditions, but theoretically, I mean, that's an example of the kind of thing where a home country could achieve abatement more cheaply by doing stuff abroad. If it's not buying coal, it could be putting in investment money to help them set up gas-fired or even renewable energy, replacing coal-fired energy. It could also be financing reforestation projects and so on. The tricky thing with the clean development mechanism, of course, is how do you know that the project which is being financed from the rich country wouldn't have happened anyway without that financing? If it would, then you're basically you're not achieving the global reduction in emissions that was being sought in the Kyoto Agreement. But if they genuinely are new emissions reductions that are being achieved by these payments, then we are simply achieving the same global target more cheaply. And everybody is actually happier because the countries which are doing the abatement are getting paid for it, and the countries that are paying are getting a cheaper deal than if they had to do stuff at home. Okay, that's basically what I wanted to say about this paper.